I'm sorry you feel this way. I'm sorry that you think that this courtesy call is disharming to you. But yeah, if I'm scheduled to come in at a certain time, I come in at that certain time, and I'm scheduled to leave at a certain time, I'm leaving at that certain time.
You know when you like F my baby. Let me put my C in my tonight. You know when you like F my baby. Let me put my C in my tonight. I wanna procreate with you so we can go half on the baby. Don't you make a sound as I break it down, as you move the sound.
Okay, so Don Squad in the house, stand up, salute. I'm not even gonna go into the intro. Y'all know the intro. Do what you gotta do, okay? So this is gonna be, I don't know if this is what grinds my gears or what irritates me segment. I don't know what to label this video, but I'm gonna tell you something. My experience with possibly the worst boss in life franchise history, okay, that I had to deal with, all right? So just get into this video. This guy, he goes by the name of Blondie. I never heard of any man, male, female, nationality that goes by the name of Blondie. Okay, but we will proceed further. So this guy, I don't know if he's Nigerian. I don't know if he's South Africa, Afro beats, but I have never heard of an African that wishes to be called Blondie, but that was on his name tag, so I just went with the flow, all right? I've heard of a pimp named Slickback. I have heard of Goldie, but never heard of an African man that wants to be referred to as Blondie, okay? So this guy he's got to be the shepherd of the devil. This guy is the worst. I don't even want to label him as a leader. I don't want to label him as a boss. He was just a guy who had the ability to dictate and punish people that he did not like, okay? There was a reason why so many people were coming in, so many people were going out. When you're talking about hired to fired ratio, he had to have possibly the worst fired to hired ratio in franchise history. It's not even close, okay? He's the Peyton Manning of fired to hired ratio. Not even firing people. People just simply just quit because they just didn't want to deal with his stupid ass, okay? So I had to deal with his stupid ass. Yes, I had an incident by the pimp that goes by the name of Blondie, the Nigerian or whatever. I know he's from Africa, okay? He had a very thick accent, okay? A very thick accent. And he was very demanding, okay? So, peep this. Basically, just a regular work day. We're working. You know, we're not working to get everything out because, one, people will call out. And that's another thing about you, Blondie. I hope you are watching this video, okay? There's a reason why so many people were calling out when it was there's a reason why so many people were calling out when it was your time to supposed to shine, when you were supposed to be the leader. There was a reason why so many people would exit stage left and just simply call out when it was your turn to be the leader. You know why? Because nobody didn't want to deal with your retarded, stupid ass, okay? Me personally, I don't like calling out, okay? So, yeah, it was a night. We didn't have enough people to finish the freight, the merchandise from the truck to the flow, all right? So I'm up here telling him, I'm like, hey, man, you know, I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think we're going to get all this done. He's going, what you mean? What you mean we're not going to get it all done? And I'm, just telling him, like, hey, we're not going to get it all done because, A, we had so many call-outs. B, this is a high volume of merchandise that we have to get finished and processed Okay. And I'm thinking to myself, self, how come he doesn't know this? But he knows that. He's just playing stupid. He's playing dumb. So I'm just letting him know, I'm giving him a courtesy call that, hey, we're not going to get this done. So he goes into this beret of useless information. He's got to be the prince of useless information, okay? He's talking about, oh, we got it done when we had like this many people. We got it done on a certain day when we had that many people. And I'm saying to him, like, yo, that don't make any sense because this is inventory night, correct? We don't have inventory night every night. And we got 2 times the amount of merchandise. So I understand that you want to use these, examples. You want to call them examples of, well, other times we didn't have no help and we still got it done. You have to understand those circumstances. We probably had a small truck. We probably a lot of people did call out, but we must have enough people to get it done. There's a whole lot of factors you have to play in. But none of those examples you are using had anything to do with is inventory and we got a lot of merchandise that we have to get out on the shelf, okay? So he goes into this tirade. I guess he's having a temper tantrum. He goes from 40 to 2 real fast, real quick. So he's going like, well, I'm so sick of y'all. I'm sick of you people. Y'all always calling now and y'all always want to go home on time. Yes. If I clock in at 10 and only work 8 hours, I'm expected to leave at 7. It's not a request. It's not a courtesy call. It's just the way life. I'm sorry you feel this way. I'm sorry that you think that this courtesy call is disharming to you. But yeah, if I'm scheduled to come in at a certain time, I come in at that certain time, and I'm scheduled to leave at a certain time, I'm leaving at that certain time. Now, if I want to stay over, then that's my reply, whether or not I want to stay over. I don't want to stay over. I did my 8. I want to do my 8 and get out the gate. I don't want to leave 30 minutes later, an hour later, 2 hours later. Nor do I have to do that. I'm not the manager. I'm not the lead. You're the manager. You're the lead. Stuff that ain't done, unfortunately, you have to stay over. I didn't make the rules. I just play within the rules. Okay? Don't get mad at the player. Hate the game. Don't hate me. Hate the game. You don't like it, there's a door. You don't like it, you can always say, I no longer want to be a manager no more. But see, it's people like him, it's stupid ass people like him that wants to be in charge, but don't want the responsibilities of being in charge. These are the type of individuals that just wreck and delay any type of progress, any type of success, any type of motion. These are the individuals that wants the title, that wants to be the boss, but don't want to pay the cost to be the boss. So yeah, so I'm leaving. Now he makes it out of, from me leaving at my scheduled time, he makes it into an issue. He makes it into, well, I'm doing him wrong. Excuse me, why? I'm doing you wrong? I'm doing you wrong? I came in. I didn't call out on you. I came in at my time. I left at my time. It's my choice whether or not if I want to stay over. I do not want to stay over. And now you have a problem with that. And I just hate people like this. I know there's plenty of people like this all over the planet. And this is the reason why we can't get stuff done. We cannot get stuff done in this world. And that's why we have issues. That's why we have problems. Because you have people that are responsible to come up with a solution, just wants to be the boss, but don't want to pay the cost. So that's my rant. So if you listen to this, Blondie, if you listening to this, Blondie, you need to get your act together. You need to get some things together, because word around the campfire is you didn't work out in this department, so you got demoted to another department. They don't call it demotion where I'm from. They don't call it a demotion. They call it another opportunity. So I guess it's another opportunity to, hey, if you don't work out here, then we're going to have to do something with you as far as your future goes with this corporation. Okay, but that's on him. Okay, I ain't got nothing to do with that. So my thing is, word around the campfire is that you're supposed to be in charge of the front. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Do you know how much of a nightmare it is to work up front? Do you understand the variables you have to deal with up front? First of all, you got the older employees that don't take no crap from anyone, all right? Then you got the females. You got to maneuver and talk to them differently, okay? Because if you don't, then they're going to put some cases on you. They're going to put some cases on you. Fair or foul, they're going to put some cases on you. And then you got to deal with the YNs. Oh, Lord, have mercy. You know, now there's going to be some smart YNs when you get into them and you don't change your ways and you be the person that you are accustomed to be. There's going to be some YNs say, you know, it's not even worth risking my freedom. I'm just going to leave. But then you're going to have some other YNs that, hey, I don't care. I don't care if I risk losing my freedom. Okay? They're gonna give you an opportunity to utilize them hands. And Bonnie, that's the one thing you don't even know how to use. Well, there are many things you don't know how to use, but that's the one thing you don't know how to use. See, you're a quick talker, but you don't talk with your hands. Okay? So I wish you the best of luck. I don't think you're gonna last that long up front. But hey, it is what it is. It ain't where you are. It's where you got to be. All right? Sometimes you're not happy where you are, but aren't you glad you somewhere where you need to be? So, hey, whatever. Wish you the best of luck. But you need to change your ways. You need to really change your ways, or someone's going to show you that you're going to need to change your ways, either physically or mentally. All right? Or you're just going to quit or get fired, which I think that's ultimately the future of you. You're going to be fired. So I'm out, guys. Tell me what you think about this video. Rate, comment, subscribe. Share this with a friend, family, as well as a follower. Let's get my channel lit in the YouTube algorithm. Don Squad in the house. Stand up. Salute. I'm out of here. Deuces.